Welcome everyone to Monday Gentle Yoga. This is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Visit us on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center or on the web at urbanyoga.org. Stop by the tip jar to make donations to support our online classes and check out the schedule, which gets changed every month. It's July 4th, so the schedule just changed a couple of days ago. We're going to start out on our backs today. You could either put the soles of your feet together like this, with your knees splayed out. And if you like that posture, you could also do it with blocks or other props, holding your legs like this. If it's not comfortable to have your legs in that kind of position, you can plant the soles of your feet and let your knees lean in towards each other by turning your heels out, turning your toes in. Try to let your legs feel passive. Rest your hands wherever it's comfortable for you. Close your eyes if you want. Bring your attention to your breathing. Just letting it get deeper and slower simply by focusing on it. Taking in your contact with the floor, with your props. Taking in whatever other external sensations are reaching you. Taking in the movements of your breath. And any other sensations that are present in your body. Especially noting any sensations that you wished weren't there, you wished felt different. These notes we take of any issues in the body can help us take care of ourselves during practice, remembering that we can skip or modify anything we want to. And let's set a real conscious intention to listen to our bodies, to feel free to skip or modify the practice to suit what's going on in our bodies. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. If you don't have your feet planted and your knees pointing up, if you have your legs like I do, bring your hands to the outside of your knees. Let your arms do the work of lifting your knees towards each other. Now, we all have the soles of our feet planted. If you had blocks here, move them out of the way. Draw your knees into your chest, hug your knees, rock side to side or roll in circles, massaging your back against the floor. Hold on to your right knee with your left hand. Extend your left leg down along the mat. Flex your left foot back towards you. Reach your right arm out to the side with your palm facing up. Keeping your shoulders grounded, draw your knee over to the left and turn your head to the right, just to the degree that feels okay. Allow your breath to bring you out, maybe deepening the twist a bit on those exhales. Take your time, bring your head and your knee back to center. Draw the left knee in, hold on to it with your right hand. Extend and lower your right leg. Flex your right foot. Reach your left arm to the side, palm up. Draw your knee to the right and turn your head to the left. Come back to center. Draw both knees in again. Inhale, reach your arms and legs all the way out. Exhale, curl up in a ball and hug your knees. Take a few more breaths with this full body stretch. And then we'll start to sit up. You can hug your knees and rock forward and back, or tip onto one side and press your hands to the floor to make your way up to a seat. Use any props that you want to find a comfortable sitting or kneeling position. Let your arms hang loose at your sides. Let your chin come down towards your chest. And really taking your time, we'll begin some circles. Roll your ear towards your shoulder. And let your head tip back. Over to the other shoulder. Back down through center. And as you move in these circles, if you feel a tight spot, you can feel free to rock back and forth at the tight spot. Hopefully relieving some of that tension. Change direction. And when you finish the next circle, or when you're ready, lift your chin and face forward. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back. Let it down. And then your right shoulder up and back and down. Reach your arms out to the sides and keep just your fingertips on the ground. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. And as you exhale, reach across to the right. Allow your head to be wherever your neck feels comfortable. Inhale to bring yourself upright. And as you exhale, come into a twist, bringing your left hand to the floor behind you and your right hand to your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Invite your body on each exhale to go a little further if there's room for it. Let yourself unwind, come back to center. Inhale, raise your right arm up. And as you exhale, reach across to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come into seated twist again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist some more. Let your twist unwind, come through center. Let's work a bit on our feet and hips. So take whichever leg you have in front. Let the foot be just hanging loose, let the ankle be passive. With the opposite hand, interlace your fingers between your toes. And you can hold the leg in any way that's comfortable for you. You don't have to have the same grip I'm using. There's different ways to support the weight of the leg. Gently and slowly start to move your foot in circles. Then change direction. Then release your toes. Use both arms to support the weight of your whole leg. So now feel for the femur being loose in the hip socket. The weight of the leg supported by the arms. Any grip that works for you. Start to rock that femur in circles. Gently, slowly, inviting the hip joint to open up, not forcing anything. And change direction. Let that leg down. Lift the other one. Grab those toes. This is the hardest part for me, getting the fingers in between the toes. Gentle, slow circles for your ankle. Take a few in the other direction. Release your toes. Support the weight of the entire leg. And start those bigger circles for your hip. Change direction. Let that leg down. Rest your hands on your thighs or on your knees. Take a few rounds of seated cow and cat. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Allow your head to tip back. Exhale, draw your heart back, let your head tip forward. And after you finish the next exhale, take your time to come up onto your hands and knees. Add padding under your knees if you like. Fold a towel or a blanket can be nice. Reach your right foot back and press the ball of your foot against the floor. On an inhale, reach your left arm to the side, parallel to the floor. On the next inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back. So now the leg is also parallel to the floor. Bend your knee, reach back. See if you can grab your foot or your ankle, kick against your hand, raise your knee and your chin. Release, lower down. Reach back, press into the ball of your left foot, take a couple breaths. On an inhale, reach your right arm to the side. On the next inhale, pick your left foot up and reach straight back. Bend your knee, reach that hand back, see about that bind. Release, lower down. Bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees wider if you like. Sit back to child's pose for a few breaths. Inhale, come up the table again. Step one foot forward and then the other to come to forward fold. Use blocks under your hands if you like, take your time. Doesn't have to be all one big step. Explore movement in your fold, sway back and forth. Maybe your hands are hanging in the air, maybe they're on your blocks, they're dragging on the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach out to the sides. As you exhale, you can reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or take eagle arms if you like. If you take the eagle arms, reach your elbows and your hands forward and up. Inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, cross your arms the opposite way. Inhale, spread your wings again. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come through center. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, out and up. Take hold of your right wrist with your left thumb and forefinger. On an exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, come up. Switch grip to the left wrist and exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms down. Bring your blocks, if they're not already there, to the front of the mat. about shoulder width apart. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Grab your blocks. Most of us like to use them on the middle height for this, but your choice. Maybe you go lower than that or higher than that. We're going to step back with the left foot. Runner's lunge. And just find some length in this stance here. We're not going to run and we're not going to be here too long, but lengthen the stance. Find what stretch you can here. Explore the edge of your own comfort zone. Then gently let the left knee down. Uncurl your left toe. Inhale and glide back. Sit back towards your left heel. Lean on those blocks as much as you want. Lengthen the right leg. Rock onto the right heel. On an exhale, glide forward again. And you can go further forward than where you started. See how much feels like enough. Maybe the pelvis keeps coming forward. It's okay for the knee to go forward further than the ankle when you're in this nice low lunge. And just explore this at your own pace. Glide back. See what feels good there. Glide forward. Explore. It might feel good to hold one position. Some folks like to sort of bounce at one end of the movement or the other. Some of us slide the blocks, some of us walk the blocks, some of us pick them up and set them down. It might depend on how the texture of your mat interacts with the texture of your blocks. They don't all have the same props. This mat is rather worn and smooth. The blocks glide nicely. Sometimes they glide when you don't want them to. And let's pause next time you rock forward. And we're gonna come back through runner's lunge. So curl the left toes under, press into the foot to lift the knee. Then step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Other side, rest your hands on your block, step your right foot back. Find some length, explore the runner's lunge for a few breaths. Then let your knee down, uncurl your toes. Keep your torso long throughout these movements. Explore, sit back. Stay there as long as you like. Then come forward and explore there. As a way of keeping your torso long, you might try to keep your gaze on a spot about a foot past the top of your mat. Right now, I'm looking at the spot just above the top of that water bottle in front of me. Staying long in the torso while exploring the hips. Of course, this isn't all about the hips. You might be feeling this in your quadriceps and your hamstrings, maybe someplace else. Pretty big movements can bring some pretty deep sensations. And let the next time you rock forward be the last one. Take your time to come back up through runner's lunge. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And we're going to explore some standing balance poses. It can be helpful to have a wall nearby or a steady piece of furniture, if you like to do that for your balance. You can put both hands at your heart or one hand out to that support. Set your eyes on a fixed point at about eye level from the ground. Shift your weight from one leg to the other, keeping your feet on the ground. And bring the weight into your right leg. Don't lock the knee. Keep a little bend in that knee. Turn your left toes out to the side so your feet are perpendicular. Bring your heel in and up onto your right ankle. You could stay there with the ball of your foot on the floor, or bring the sole of your foot onto your calf, maybe onto your thigh. Please never onto your knee. You don't want to press sideways, pushing your knee on the wrong axis. You can keep pressing your hands to center or explore any other expression you want with your arms and your hands. You can play with movement or aim at being more still. Don't hold your breath, it doesn't help. You can start over anytime. If your hands are elsewhere, bring them back to your heart. Pivot your knee forward. Let your foot down. Shake that right leg and anything else that needs shaking. When you're ready, hands back at your heart. Shift side to side. Drop the weight into your left leg. Turn your right toes out. Take your time bringing your right heel in and up to whatever height works for you on this side. We don't have to do the same expression on each side. If your hands are not at your heart, bring them back there. Bring your knee forward, let your foot down, and shake things out. Come down and have a seat on your mat. Extend your legs out in front of you and flex your feet back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs, letting your knees bend as needed. Inhale, think of coming forward a little more. Exhale, think of lowering down a bit more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your heels in as close as you can to your pelvis. Interlace your fingers. Grab your toes between your palms. Bring on your seat to shift the bones in your seat closer to the ground. And tilt your pelvis forward to open your hips. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips with a long spine. Take your time and just see how far forward that long spine will tip. And wherever it stops and doesn't want to go any further, let your neck release. Let your head droop down and breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Keeping your feet together, slide them forward. Making this big, long diamond shape inside your legs. You're going to reach forward and grab the mat. Either reach over and in front of your ankles, or if there's room to do so, reach under your ankles and walk your hands forward along the mat. Again, let your neck release, let your head hang. Think of sending your breath into any place that feels tight. Slowly walk your hands back, sit yourself up. Use your hands to nudge your knees towards each other. Let the soles of your feet rest on the floor. Reach your arms forward. See how far back you can sit without tipping over or lifting your feet. Now, anytime you want to during this sequence, you can bring your hands to your legs for support. Keeping your spine long, lift your feet just a little bit. Keep breathing. Lift them half as high as you can and keep breathing. Lift your feet as high as you can. Keep breathing. Lower halfway. Lower most of the way, but not all the way. Now let your feet down. Bring your hands to the ground behind you, lean into them. Wiggle your feet out by the edges of your mat. Bring your knees over to the left, turn your head to the right. Back through center, knees go right, head goes left. A couple more times to each side. It's okay if your knees don't go all the way down to the floor like this. Just find enough movement for you. And bring your feet in, hip width apart, lower down onto your forearms and down onto your back. With your heels in close to your butt. Bridge pose. If you want, you can put a block between your knees on the middle setting. Keeping your knees in line with your ankles and hips. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips. If you want a deeper heart opener, you could clasp your hands under you and reach your knuckles towards your heels, And wriggle your shoulder blades in towards each other. If you're clasping your hands, let them go. Exhale, slowly lower your hips. Explore floating up and down at your own pace for a few breaths. Inhale up and exhale down. Now let's take supported bridge for a minute. Pause with your hips lifted. Put a block at the base of your spine. Come down to rest on it. Allowing your body to soften against that support. Releasing down towards the ground. Press into your feet. On an inhale, lift your hips. Take the block out from under. Exhale, slowly lower down. And let's move the blocks out of the way. Draw your knees to your chest, hug your knees. Explore rocking and rolling, massaging your back against the floor. Grab your strap. Run it under your feet. Hold one end in each hand. Staying grounded in the back of your head and shoulder blades and sacrum. Reach your hands and feet towards the ceiling. Point your toes up. Point your toes down. Let your feet relax. Slide them apart. And slide them back together. Take your right foot out. Press your right calf and right heel to the floor. flex your right foot back towards you. Hold the strap in your right hand and reach your left arm to the side. Keeping your shoulders grounded, draw your legs to the right and turn your head to the left. Come on back up to center. Switch hands on the strap. Press your right hand down on the front of your right hip bone. Let your limbs fall open to the left. Keep that right side down. Ever so gently, bring your limbs back up to center. Raise your right leg, step into the strap. Take your left foot out, press that leg down, flex that foot back. Reach your right arm to the side. Draw your leg to the left and turn your head to the right. Come on back up through center. Switch hands on your strap. Press down on your left hip. And let your limbs come over to the right. Nice and easy, come back to center. Lift your left leg, draw your knees in, set the strap aside. Reach your feet up, reach your hands up, grab your legs or your feet. Play with moving your arms and legs around. Whenever you feel complete with inverting, make your way to your final resting pose. Close your eyes if you like, as you get comfortable. Maybe focus on your breath, or choose something else to focus on, or give yourself permission not to focus. Start to find some deeper breath. And explore movement little by little. Working your way up to bigger and bigger movements, taking your time. When you're ready, sit yourself up. Bring your hands up to your heart. Thank you for joining together in practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within each of you. Namaste.